All right. Yeah, let's go. All right. Hey, what up, y'all? Oh my God. Look, I'm not gonna say no more. Look, no more. Don't you? I'm gonna look at you. No more. The world don't need to know what that is. That's just us. All right.
Yeah.
Don't nobody else need to know about that. But look, you're now tuned in. You already know who it is. It's your girl Queen Bee, the DMV. Keep it locked each and every Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. Of course, you got Queen Bee Radio with my boy DJ Consistence. We on the mic right now. Man. So, all right. So there's been quite a few events that have come up in the past few days. One of my particular favorites, because y'all know I like politics. Kanye West and Donald Trump. I can't even say his name without even it.
You know how many memes that have been put up?
I saw when I first saw the pic, because I want to talk about two parts about it with Kanye West. So one, what are you doing with Donald Trump for one, and then two, why'd you dye your hair? Did you dye your hair to make a statement I've gone through something?
Everybody's coloring their hair though. Like Chris Brown did.
Chris Brown, yeah. I was just thinking about that.
And who else? Lil Uzi Vert, whatever his name is. I mean, I'm not throwing shots at either.
I mean, shoot, Young Thug dyed his dreads.
Yeah,
Lil Wayne did at one
Wiz
point.
Khalifa,
He
purple
wore a dress.
Oh,
that
Jesus.
was the worst one. I was like purple.
Yes, JS1 giving me the one where, have y'all seen, I did see this one where, Kanye West is giving Donald Trump cornrows.
Yeah,
from the
that
Get
movie.
Hard cover.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I want y'all to give me your take on it, because I'm gonna hold back a little bit. Sip slow.
Go ahead, Jay.
R&B only.
I mean, I think it's more of a it's a move for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump also had a meeting with Ray Lewis, and Ray Lewis is now like, let's make inner cities great again. It's a power move for Donald Trump to get back on the minority side. Mm-hmm. I feel like Kanye West, he fronted on the whole craziness, because he's been crazy for years. So now for you to want to get admitted into a hospital, I think it's something else going on. But I think it's really something where Donald Trump is promising some of these people certain things, because he's a businessman. I mean, in business, things don't move unless you do something for me and I'll do something for you. So it's like, if these people, you look at Ray Lewis for the city of Baltimore, right? That's a voice for the city of Baltimore.
Right.
You look at Kanye West, that's a voice in music, which is all races, nationality, everything.
Right.
So when you take these important people and you team them up with somebody you don't like, you kind of start to like them a little bit, like they're not that bad.
It's kind of like,
you know what I mean?
LeBron James going from Cleveland to Miami.
Yeah, like you hated it when you saw it on that bottom line on ESPN, but then eventually you're like, you know what, this team's not that bad.
You know he's
what
a
I mean?
good fit.
Exactly. He's a great teammate. Like, you start making excuses. I think I think it's an underlying power move that Donald Trump's trying to make.
Go ahead, DJ.
I personally think it's something like a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Only reason why I say that, because you never, like during this campaign, you never seen any African Americans stand up for Donald Trump.
Okay. So, and I think that's a really good perspective on it. Now, I before the show today, actually, it was just quite convenient. I seen a post or a video on Facebook, and it was Donald Trump. It was like a rally, and then like the gentleman that got punched in the face.
Yeah.
So the gentleman got sentenced for a year, unsupervised probation.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then they had the video where he apologized, and he was stating, he's like, look, we're gonna help heal this country. What's your opinion on that? Because now I'm gonna go first on this.
Okay.
I feel like black people are so mad that they're just like, damn it, Donald Trump won, and I don't want to have any parts of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here's what I'm really honestly going to say. You may not be ready for it, and that's okay too. But at the end of the day, in order to move forward, like the way I grew up with moving forward with people that didn't like me at some point and had to learn who I was, and then to say, okay, I might not, we're not going to be the best of friends,
right,
but I'm going to do my part in the team project type of, attitude. And that's the kind of attitude that I think is the ultimate message that needs to be focused on that. Not so much, oh, well, what did he say about killing him? And, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I mean, haven't you ever said something that you never really meant to say?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion. I mean, am I being naive about it? Is this my light skin that's talking? I mean, somebody talk to me, please, because I'm tired of it.
I personally think, like, a move like that needed to happen, but what happens if he didn't win? If Donald Trump didn't win, what would the turnout would be from that point?
Okay.
It's like a what if. type of question.
And see, and that was what came up too in the responses on the repost. There was a couple people that were saying like, well, is he really being genuine? I don't believe him. He's lying. As a black man, I mean, Mr. Godiva, tell me your personal opinion.
I mean, you in that situation, you were kind of forced to like not believe in him.
Why?
Because the way the media and everything, like, I mean, a lot of people are portrayed like their thought process doesn't necessarily go into what is real or what's right. It's like, because I mean, I personally, I didn't vote for Donald Trump.
I didn't.
But there are certain things in his political campaign outside of the racist remarks and stuff like that that could actually help
that
people.
You like.
And that's where the conflict comes, where a lot of people won't say that, hey, I don't like bullet point 1 through 4, but 5 and 6 I'm cool with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you just thinking about
that's
it like,
actually kind of helping me out. Yeah.
And kind of like what you said, it was like, if he didn't win, we'd find some issue with Hillary.
Yeah,
Hillary didn't do something fast enough, or
they did the same thing with Obama.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Obama,
nobody's ever. I don't feel like no one's equally say, you know what, we made the right decision on a president. You know what I mean? I think every election, nobody says we did the right thing. Like, it's always, no matter who gets picked, we still got an issue with whoever gets picked.
People were happy when they picked Bill. They were. People were like, "Yay, Bill!" That was actually when I've like really first took into like, dang, politics is something people really get into. Like, I remember noticing as a kid, like, people were really going for him.
But when you think about, when you go from the Nixon and Reagan era and you go through crack cocaine and everything like that, you're like, you know what, this does seem a little different. Because what people fail to realize is that he had the same political beliefs as Republicans, as Nixon and Reagan, but he was the first Democrat. So the Democratic Party naturally had African Americans. So they're like, yeah, this is our guy. But he had the same beliefs. That's the reason why people have mandatory minimums.
Right.
For no reason. I mean, if you're a college kid with a dime bag, you get sentenced to jail, and it's like, he was just going to a party at a dime bag. He's not going to become El Chapo with a dime bag. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, let him live.
I agree, but just as times have changed, where you used to get a very big, like, you used to go to jail, like, for for even the smallest possessions, or have to go through like a one hell of a probationary period. I had a friend in college that I remember, I was like, dang, girl, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day,
so it's undoable. Like, it's like, how can I complete this properly without getting in more trouble?
But here's what I want to say. But at the end of the day, there was a process to where people got weaned off of or desensitized to, people having possession. So going back to the topic, I feel as though maybe Kanye is being used to desensitize, Trump's entire project.
That's why I said I think it's a power move by Trump. I don't think it's a mutual liking. It's like, hey,
kind of like
I
that
need
Obama
you.
and Donald Trump handshake after that.
Yeah,
first
I mean,
time.
it's like I have to do this. It's like I have to do this.
True.
For some other reason, but it's not because we cool. Because Kanye didn't say nothing about, I liked Trump before he had his mental breakdown, and then all of a sudden you cool with Trump. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden Ray Lewis, someone who talks all the time.
And
now
a lot
all of a sudden
of people,
you cool with Trump. Like, it's like all of a sudden
preacher.
certain people, but it's not everybody. It's influential people that are now all of a sudden cool with the person that everybody didn't like.
It's the proper game pieces.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's playing a bigger game that we don't even know
Politics
about yet.
is chess.
That's it.
Well.